Hey guys, I'm back. Thankfully right now my head is not pounding and killing me. And so, while I have a window of opportunity to actually film something for you guys, I'm gonna do that right now. My current headache pain level is a 2.5 or a 3 out of 10 on the pain scale. So I'm not at my best, but I've had a lot worse. So I'm just gonna get right to it. I already used my makeup remover wipes, specifically these cucumber ones. They smell really good and they don't irritate my sensitive skin, so I highly recommend them. You can find them at the Dollar Tree. I've learned to do a lot of my beauty product shopping from the Dollar Tree. You'd be surprised at the good quality stuff they have for cheap. Okay, what I'm going to do first is put some eye brightening cream on my eyelids. It helps the eyeshadow stay in place a little better when you have some sort of moisturizer. And I'm always very cautious to not open my eyes until I know for a fact it's all soaked in. There's no chance of it getting into my eyes. And I'm just tired, guys, but my mood is great. I'm tired. I feel like I could use a 2-week vacation. But I know for a fact I'm not the only one that tired. So, to all you others who are struggling too, I'm praying for you and we're in this together. Okay, so I've been doing a different eyeshadow color every time I do my makeup videos, just for fun. My mom bought this whole palette when she was on a cruise in Alaska, and they had theme nights where you dress up. One of the theme nights was 80s. So she went with the typical 80s look and she got this eyeshadow palette. She's not one to use any of these colors regularly. So once she got back from the cruise, she let me have it. And I would try a different color every time just to keep things interesting. I have the tendency to stick with all reliable. Whatever thing it is, whether it's a food, a type of clothing, a type of makeup, or anything like that, I have my preferred regulars, and I rarely will try alternative ones because familiarity breeds content, and it's fun to push myself to try new things, even if it is a little scary at first. Considering what I'm wearing, I think it'd be cool if I went with I'll go with this really glittery one. I'm gonna go with this one right there. Super glittery. It'll be fun. Other good news, guys. I did a little searching through the clothes that I brought in the house from the trailer, and I found my Harley Quinn shorts. And the even better news is they fit me perfectly now. My weight gain has nearly reached my goal, and so I'm very happy about that. I tend to struggle with weight issues because I have a lot of different medical conditions that cause great physical pain in my spine mostly, and I also get debilitating throbbing headaches where it feels like some little brat is beating on my brain with their little fists. It's not fun, and it really does limit what I'm able to do, and so it's hard not being able to live normally like everyone else. But you get the cards that you're dealt, and it's up to you to play them to your best ability. You can bitch about wanting a new hand, God knows I've done plenty of that. But ultimately, complaining only just makes you wallow in your misery. You can complain, but then it's important that you get to work on changing what you can. You know, take responsibility for your life. Unless you're born into like a stupidly wealthy family, nothing you get will be handed to you for free in life. You have to work for it in one way or another. And so I just want to encourage you guys who are trying to better yourselves as people. I want you to know that I'm praying for you all. And I know how hard it is to undergo purposeful personal growth and change. It's easy to sink into old ways of living, old ways of thinking, you know, but if you stick with the same thing, the same things over and over, nothing will change. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, but expecting a different result. And God knows I've driven myself insane trying the same shit over and over and over. Maybe this time it'll be different. It never is. So another tidbit of advice I have is, if you have a problem and you have a way of dealing with it and it's not working, try a maximum of 3 times. If the 3rd time is not the charm, you need to switch it up and find a different way of handling whatever it is you're having to handle. Okay. Now I did my eyeshadow. It looks good. Now my mascara. We're having today be a stay-at-home, clean house, meal prep / live stream, good material for you guys kind of a day. We tried working, but it's been so dead. It's deeply discouraging, if I'm honest, but nothing in life is easy. Not if it's worth it, at least. You could find easy, cheap, terrible solutions that ultimately cause more harm than if you never tried the solution. And so it's best to learn from others' mistakes as much as you can. I had a lot of good examples of how not to handle life. And I've tried my hardest to remind myself, okay, old me used to handle this problem by doing this thing, and it never works. So I need to try something different. Look at it from a different angle. So if you guys are stuck in a rut and nothing you're trying is fixing your life, try looking at your problems from a different angle. You might be able to find a better solution that way. For me, I am on the autism spectrum. High functioning enough that you would just think I'm a little weird, but not immediately, oh, she's got autism. But I had enough that my social life never really was successful when I was growing up. Not to complain, but I was not socialized enough when I was growing up. Long story short, ADHD combined with being with a ton of rowdy kids in a classroom, it was not allowing me to learn anything. I was always focused on what other things I was hearing going around, not giving a thought to what the teacher was saying. So after a while, my mom decided, let's give Adderall, or not Adderall, let's give Ritalin a try. It actually helped, like a lot. But the other kids were still loud, and I was still distracted. And so after that, my mom decided, you know what, I'm gonna homeschool them. Homeschooling is good. only if you have adequate planned socialization time for your kid or kids to be with other kids. I didn't have any kids my age growing up on the street I live on. I was 3 years older than the oldest other kid, and all the kids were younger. So I felt like a Great Dane trying to fit in with a bunch of dachshunds. You know, the movie The Ugly Dachshund. Never knowing I was a Great Dane, I kept trying to fit in with the dachshunds around me. And I kept wondering, why don't they like me? Why don't they stick around? There's something wrong with me. And then I realized, no, I'm not a dachshund. I'm not meant to be with dachshunds. I'm meant to be with Great Danes. So when you're dealing with mental struggles and you're given a diagnosis, it opens the door to making your life better based on new knowledge. If you don't have autism or any other mental struggles, I need you to be thankful and appreciate the fact that you're normal. I would give my left hand to be normal, but it doesn't work that way. But like I said, in life, you're given what you're given. And all you can do is use what you're given to the best possible way that you can. I got too much mascara right there. Okay, that looks a little better already. But for real though, guys, I've been undergoing a lot of severe pain in my head, throbbing headaches, where I can literally feel the pounding if I place my head there. And I'm trying different remedies, and so I could use prayers that my referral to see a neurologist would go through. I am on Medi-Cal, and I'm super thankful I have that, because it's better than no care. But the hand that feeds moves a bit slow, and it's frustrating, but it could be worse. All right, now that I'm looking at my face, I'm distracted. It looks pretty good. All right, so this is an almost natural but very glittery kind of a look. What do you guys think? I appreciate you guys watching. I love you all. I appreciate you all, and I'm praying for you all. Please pray for me too, that these headaches would stop tormenting me so badly. But be good to yourselves and each other, and I'll see you later.